This is Mark. He looks very busy sitting there. What are you doing, Mark?
Well, this is the complete antithesis of the last model I built, the Dornier, from a very crude model. This one is massively detailed, beautiful surface detail. And I'm building the engine at the moment. I've started with the cockpit, which is traditional.
You turn your green light off.
So that's the cockpit. There's basic sort of plastic elements to it. Sidewalls, armour plate behind the pilot seat, the instrument panel, the floor. Then you add to that these bits, which are etched metal. You have a sheet of metal.
Wait. Hold on, I'm zooming in. I'm just trying, because I wasn't getting a good picture. Oh, that's a brilliant picture now. Look, can you see?
Yeah.
Good, no. Wait. Okay.
So you start with, it's a sheet of metal, and I think they sort of photographically etch it. So these are bomb fins. I probably won't fit the bombs, but tiny, tiny, microscopic details. So the seat belts are etched metal.
Oh, right.
You get all the buckles. There's a control column, and you get the instrument panel. Now the instrument panel,
You're pointing to it, but I can't see it.
Each panel is made of two parts. So you get the inset instruments themselves.
Hold on. No, that's not focused. Okay. Yep.
And what I found was I've actually left out some of the details. They were so tiny that I was starting to think, hang on, I'm going to try and put a microscopic switch in here, folded piece of etched metal, which I can pick up with my finest pair of tweezers. The blob of super glue I'm going to try and attach it with, the blob of super glue is going to be bigger than the bloody lever. So actually some of them I've left out. I've put in enough for me to make it look busy, and that works for me. So that's ready to go in, and that will fit in there. Hang on. It's very traditional to start with the pilot's cockpit.
What is this? A boat?
No,
It's a
Grumman Wildcat.
I thought it was going to be a Hellcat.
Oh, sorry, Hellcat.
It's a good job somebody knows what's going on, isn't it?
Isn't it just? It was the successor to the Wildcat. The Wildcat is what the American Navy started the war with, which just about stood its ground against the Japanese Zero, which shocked everybody. Rigid because it was so good. And this is the Hellcat, which succeeded it, which was a remarkably good aircraft, solid. So there's the engine I'm trying to build. These bits, I don't know if you can see those sticking up.
I will do if you only point with your forceps and not with your finger, because it'll not. That's it.
Those are the ignition cables.
Oh my God!
So each cylinder, I think, would have two spark plugs with two cables running to it from this central boss. So each of these, I forget how many cylinders there are, has got to have these added. That came as a thing on here. You can see it in the instructions.
Not right now, I can't.
Sort of star-shaped thing.
Working on it. Having problems with the... That's it. Okay, we're here.
So they've all got to be attached to ish.
Yeah.
And super glued down eventually. And then even then, the makers' logos to attach to the engine front, which I can't even remember where they are. Oh, there they are. There is a maker's logo, and there's some.
Oh, blimey!
There's some data panel that's got to be stuck on it as well.
Goodness.
I think they supply those in twos, which is handy because they ping off.
You'll want to go back to the Dornier.
No, no chance. Done. Left. And then the
We
camera.
didn't see the finished Dornier.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, I'll bring it over.
Well, we'll do this and then we'll do...
All right. And there, for aficionados, you can see a grin there.
Yeah.
And
Move your finger.
most manufacturers
Yeah.
don't manage to capture the grin very well. Actually, Edward, who make this, have done rather well, so I'm quite pleased with that. I've got another Hasegawa one to build eventually, but they don't do it so well.
Okay.
And the oddity, which is barely noticeable, is that the Hellcat had the thrust line is pointing downwards slightly. You may not be able to see that as such.
Well,
Might become
it's
more obvious
focused,
eventually.
but we'll see whether
Alright.
it actually shows up.
And apparently then somebody wants to see the Dornier.
Yeah, I'd like, first of all, though, if you would show us the lid of your box so we all know, those of us that don't know what's going on, like me, for instance, can actually see what it is you're building.
You can see it's a boat, as you were
It's a
suggesting.
boat, yeah. So, okay.
That's a Hellcat, quite a well-known US Navy unit that painted magnificent teeth markings on the front, which come as a set of transfers, so that'll be nice. There's a
Okay.
Zero being shot down.
That will make a good thumbnail. Okay, stopping this one.